Okay.
Hi, welcome to the foreigner in the Philippines.
Yes, here we are. Now we did try with the GoPro lookalikes. Either we're doing something wrong, or the camera doesn't have a very good microphone, which is probably what I think we're doing. So we're going to use that for other things, but right now we're back to the iPhone, which has a very good quality camera on it. So we're trying to make up for the bad recording that we had on our what did we call it, our update?
What goes on, I think. I don't know.
Work in progress. And now you're speaking quietly. What is it? Is it a disease, speaking quietly?
Work in progress, I think. I don't know, I forgot the title.
You forgot the title?
Yeah.
Well, now that we're on camera, she's forgot everything, right?
Yeah,
actually, she's not actually feeling that good. We've had a hell of a few days. That's why we haven't posted as many videos as we normally do. We did get into Taliban yesterday and post how many?
15 or 16.
15 or 16. But
yeah, but
a lot of that was because of the camera that we use. For some reason, probably due to our ineptitude, that it took about 3 times as long to upload at the internet cafe. So bear with us. We're not techies, okay? We're doing the best we can. We've had a couple of days of having very little time to ourselves. Beth doesn't feel that great, even though she always looks lovely. Right, so we're going to give you an update again, if you'll bear with us. We got the figures down to the centavo and the receipts and everything we keep, because at some point in the future somebody may want to know. So we keep all of that in a ledger. We keep the receipts just to be sure. Our idea, our mission, this was our concept for when we started this. We thought, wouldn't it be great if someone made a donation and then within a week or 2 weeks saw that donation work and actually do the job that it was supposed to do. And that was the idea. That's why we started off with that one job. We did that one house for Desiree. That's what we wanted to do. We found that girl through Pastor Tinio, and we thought, wouldn't it be great to just get her in a house? Well, everybody loaded us with money for that girl because it seemed to touch everybody's heart.
Yeah.
So we did that. That house is done. You were able to see what you had donated and where it had gone, and then you saw the handover of the cash that was designated for her. That's why our method is, you have a general fund that you can donate to, which is the house repair fund, the project house repair, and that will be used in a continuing way. If there's money left over from one house, at the end of that it goes on to the next house, because believe me, there are more projects here than we can possibly handle. So the next project is, I should say that the Ubai is almost funded, but they're in the process of rebuilding the church with the money that you gave, and that's going very well. We're hoping to see that at the end of the week, because they have their anniversary.
Yeah, their anniversary on Saturday.
So we also had somebody who made a great donation, which started off Manorado's well. He has a disabled child, and just to get water up to the house was an enormous thing. And then we looked at the house, and people said, well, how much would it cost? Dewey, our friend Dewey, said, what would it cost for the cladding for that, to be able to clad it? And so that escalated, and now we've been able to buy the materials for doing that job.
Yeah.
Plus some help from Perry, and they're being paid for their work, which which actually brings us to another point that we made our minds up at the start, that we wouldn't ask anybody to volunteer their help. These are people who don't have a lot. You can't ask someone to give 3 or 4 days work when that 3 or 4 days would have to pay for food on the table for his family. So nobody works for nothing. They get paid for what they do, and they get paid a little above the going rate. That's our MO. That's what we do. We hope that you will agree that that is so. We're not asking people who've got very little to give a lot. We don't charge for our work. It's turned into a full-time job, and we're doing it gladly. So the next thing was the future jobs. While Beth is busy writing on my knee with a biro pen, future jobs are the paralyzed man,
Yeah.
and the 3 little girls.
Yeah, just to add on, in Manorado's house, we raised around 21,876.47 pesos, Philippine pesos, okay? And then on the paralyzed man, we have now 29,856.39 pesos. And for the 3 girls, last night we received a donations in just one person, $500. Wow, thank you.
Wow, yeah. That's an overwhelming gift for
Yeah,
us.
just one person, and he designated for the 3 little girls house. So for the three little girls house, we have now 28,452 pesos.
Now the thing about the 3 little girls house is that we're able to do 2 things in one. We're able to give them somewhere to live, and if you have seen their house, you'll understand what a dire situation they're in, and they have no way of getting out. They can't get out of that. So the man apparently, we see him, and he's repairing motorcycles, and he has an ability to do that. So he could actually, if we help him, he could earn a living and support his family. So we will have helped in many more ways. We will have helped because of your generosity.
Yeah.
We never lose sight of that fact. It's not us that's doing this, it's you. So we'll be able to make him some kind of a little lean-to on the side of the house where he will be out of the rain, and he'll be able to do repairs on motorcycles. And if you knew how many hundreds and hundreds of thousands of motorcycles there are, this is a viable business. And let's face it, they don't have to earn a great deal of money in order to be able to support themselves, but they do need to have some kind of facility to do that. So we're going to be able to handle that. We don't have enough. We still don't have enough to do that house, but we're hoping for more donations. So that would be bringing us up to date. Now, there is one, look, in among all of this, there is such a thing as giving and then walking away without any acknowledgement, and that's really what we're trying to think. And I raised this idea before in one of our other videos of 3 big questions that you can ask yourself. And of course, you'd almost have to be an ascended being to be able to say yes to all of these things. But I'll give you the questions anyway, just for fun. The first question is, could you do a great kindness for someone and remain anonymous? That's the first question. And then the second question is, could you stand by, remain silent while someone else took the credit for that kindness, that good deed? So you watch someone else say they did it and not say anything. Could you do that? And the third question, which is pretty well impossible, except that my wife Beth did it, could you then go on and be a good friend, a good, honest and loyal friend to that person who took the credit without ever telling them that you knew? So those are the questions which brought us to the next idea. When we're going down to the road on our little 4x4 truck, we see that there is a family there. We've shown photographs, still photographs of a couple of kids that ride carabaos back and forth helping their parents. And this is a family that have been trying to build a house on a hill overlooking the, well, you can actually see it's a beautiful location, but they obviously have this isolated little piece of land and they're trying to build a house, and they just have the frame and a roof there. And this has been going on for how many months, do you think, honey?
I think 2 months or 3 months.
Speak up.
2 months or 3 months. You know, so at first it's just the post, and late after a few weeks it's the another some you know, the roof.
Speak up.
The roof, and then yeah, sorry, I'm not feeling well. So we talked here. Terence and I passed yesterday there, and we said we could just have the same thought that what if we
well, the way that it happened was that I looked up at this simple framework for a tiny house.
Yeah.
I mean, we are talking a tiny house, probably. I don't know. It might not even be 8 foot by 10 foot, but it's a tiny little house. And we looked at it, and I said, you know, if I had a lot of money, the kind of thing that I would just love to do would be to have that house finished, but not tell them that we're doing it, because they're not there all the time.
Yeah,
they're
because
not there. In fact, they're not there very much at all. They'd never know. And I just get the workers to go in and finish cladding the house, and then stand back and not tell anybody that we did it. And Beth said, why don't we do that?
yeah,
So,
because they have a house which is in the next mountain, in the opposite hills. Oh my god. Opposite hills, and then I think their house is already like almost damaged also, so they're planning to relocate that area because they have also some cows, some goats, some carabao that they're taking care of. So it's not their own animals, it's not their own carabao or cow or goat. They're just a caretaker, and then, you know,
they're subsisting.
Yeah.
They're just about making it through. The fact that they don't have the money to even finish a house, even though they obviously probably desperately need it, tells you what their situation is. So we're thinking that we'll, if anybody is out there that is as crazy as us and would like to go in and kind of like what would it be? A benign trick where we'll go in and it will only take probably a couple of days. We're going to have a look at the house later and we'll make a video and we'll show it to you. But wouldn't it be just incredible to be able to go in, clad the house, not tell the people that we've done that, and then walk away?
yeah, it's exciting, you know.
And that's what we're thinking that we'll do. So, like I say, if anybody is crazy enough to go along with that idea, I think that we're looking for, was it 12 or 15,000 pesos?
Yeah, it's just like that, you know.
It's about, I think it's about $250.
Yeah, $250.
This is not, there's no Olympic swimming pool or bowling alley on this house, okay? It's a tiny little house. The posts are there, the framework is there, the roof is already there. We can just go in with the cladding. Hopefully, we're hoping that the floor is there. Otherwise, we'll have to put a bamboo floor in. But we're hoping that maybe they've done that. And we'll go in and we'll play our little trick and we'll walk away.
Yeah,
and then sometime in the future, when that family is living there, we'll go in and innocently say, could we look at your house? And they'll be very delighted to show us the house. and we'll ask them, if we've managed to keep this secret, we'll ask them, so how did you build the house? And they'll tell us the story from their viewpoint. Well, this is what happened. The house was here, and then suddenly somebody came in and finished the house. And then, well, who was it? Well, we don't know. So maybe it's our quirky sense of humor, but that's what we'd like to do. And if you'd like to help us to do that, that would be great.
Yeah, another thing also is in the paralyzed man's house and 3 little girls, we tried to start that on Monday.
Well, with that 500 donation,
so
we're gonna be able to do both houses at once.
We're gonna employ another 2 persons to build the 3 little girls' house. And also, if possible, if there are some donations coming on that little house in the hills, so they're gonna experience Christmas in the new house, which is very good, you know.
That's what we want. We want to
34 days before Christmas.
We want to see 3 families in their new home.
Yeah, include Manorado, it's 4.
Then 4 in their new homes
Desiree is
for
5.
Christmas. That would be
yeah, so it's very, you know, it's a happiness that people, you know, that we didn't expect, you know, that, oh, this Christmas I have a new house, you know. So, new life.
Where, if you were talking in the West, I mean, if we were talking in Florida, and we were talking about someone moving into a new house, well, we'd have U-Hauls coming up with all kinds of new furniture, and statistically, when somebody gets into a new house in America and in the UK, they get a new car. But what we're talking about is somewhere that is dry. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine going into a house and saying, isn't this wonderful? The rain doesn't come in.
Yeah.
Can you imagine going in and you're able to close the door? Can you imagine having walls that are not made of tarpaulin?
There's no hole when you lay down to sleep. You cannot see the moon, the stars, you know, the sun, the light outside. So to all who donated, to all who also plan to donate, God bless.
Yes.
Yeah,
so that's our update for right now. We have these good ideas and we have these crazy ideas, and but we're really here not just to change things, which we hope we're doing, but we're here to have fun, and we're here to give an entertaining look at ordinary life. Well, getting someone into a new tiny bamboo house is, for us, is ordinary life. Now, if you are a Filipina working abroad, if you are a Filipino working abroad, we are here trying to bring you a look at your home. We're trying to bring you home.
Yeah.
That's the idea. And so we hope that you will share. This will be a way that you can contribute to making these changes in your homeland, and you could help us just by sharing what you're looking at. Are we done here, darling?
Yeah, it's almost, Nanay didn't know that it's low bat. That's why to ask.
Okay. Well, we're on low bat now, and we're going to get off before Nanay coughs into the phone and blows your ears out. Okay, so thank you to the cameraman, Nanay, and well, we'll talk to you again soon.
Yeah, in the next videos we try to use our tripod. You know, we try to figure it out.
We have a tripod.
Thank you, Sir Steven. And please like, comment, and subscribe on our YouTube channel. Have a good day, good morning from the Philippines, and God bless. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Sir Steven. Thank you, sir. God bless you more.